Hello, I'm Mona Santana. This is my daily gratitude list where I list and talk about 5 things I'm grateful for that hopefully you can relate to as well. Number 1, I am asking you guys to be grateful for a specific person in your life. I am grateful for a specific person in my life. I want you to pick someone who's possibly been, it could be anyone. It could be like somebody who let you cut in line at the grocery store. It could be someone who is your significant other. It could be someone who was not so kind to you and made you learn something. It could be your mom. It could be your dad. It could be your brother, sister. It could be anybody. Whoever in your life you feel like you want to be grateful for today. And really focus on them and just the great things that they brought into your life, either directly or indirectly as a catalyst or whatever the case may be. But I think it's a good idea to be grateful for some of the people in our lives. And so today I want the first thing that you are grateful for to be a specific person in your life. I am grateful for a specific person in my life, and I don't know where I would be without them. So in my mind, I think it was somebody who was very generous and very kind and a really great friend. And yeah, so I'm going to move on to number 2. Number 2, I am grateful for horses. Horses are beautiful, and they're actually in our lives quite a lot when you think about it. What's interesting to me is that I grew up in LA, as I always say, and in the US, obviously. And horses are something that people associate with a lot in American culture, but the truth is that horses are not native to the United States or America just in general. In fact, they are native to the Middle East and Europe and Spain mostly. I mean, when you look at like Westerns, there's always horses. We think of them as being like sort of old-timey, like obviously we had horses a lot more when people rode horses and they had them on buggies or whatever before cars. And so now you don't see them quite as often as you used to. Throughout your day, you're going to notice that you're going to see something that involves horses in some way, shape, or form, because they're actually quite a big part of our lives, whether you notice or not. And part of the thing I love about practicing gratitude is that it makes you sort of become more aware of your surroundings. It's like certain things will become salient, like for instance, horses. You wouldn't usually think about them. Number 3, I'm grateful for hangers. We should be grateful for all those little things in our lives, and hangers are one of them. If you didn't have hangers, then you wouldn't be able to hang your clothes, and they get wrinkled. And I like to be able to hang up my clothes, or a coat or a jacket or whatever the thing may be. But hangers are one of those little things in our lives that we should be grateful for, because, what would you do without a hanger? You just have to fold everything, and it would take up more room, and you know what I mean? Like, these are just things that we should think about and be grateful for. I'm not saying spend all day long thinking about, oh, I'm so grateful for hangers. But if you think about it right now, you should be. And it's good because it sort of makes it so that you default to a more optimistic way of looking at things in life. If you start noticing all of these little things that we have in our lives that make our lives better, like hangers. So I'm grateful for hangers. Number 4, I'm grateful for Alice in Wonderland. I love the story of Alice in Wonderland. It's just so interesting, and it's kind of this great metaphor on life as well. And of course, the adventure of it is really cute and really fun. You don't really think about how much these stories are a part of our life, but Alice in Wonderland is actually quite a big part of our life. It's kind of funny, just the idea of the Cheshire Cat, for instance, or the Mad Hatter, and the rabbit hole. And I mean, it's really an interesting story, and it actually teaches you quite a lot about life. And so I think that's something that I'm grateful for, just the story of Alice in Wonderland. I've always loved it, and so yeah, that's something I really want to appreciate. So number 5, I'm grateful for felt tip pens. They come in very handy sometimes. Felt tip pens are great. If you want to write something boldly, it's great. Yeah, it's a simple thing, but those are the things that make up our lives, that make our lives better. And so practicing gratitude includes all of the things in our lives. So including, you know, someone in your life that you're particularly appreciative of. Horses, hangers, stories like Alice in Wonderland, and felt tip pens. I mean, they're all just really simple, you know, things in our lives that the more you can practice gratitude, the more that you'll default to an optimistic way of looking at things in life. And the more that is going to sort of hardwire your brain to being happier. And so it makes your life easier, makes everyone's life easier around you, so you're not so grumpy. And then they're not so grumpy. It's a really good thing to do. And then, of course, it brings more into your life, whether you realize it or not. The more grateful that you are, the more that things are going to flow into your life. Just because it's sort of the nature of energy, right? Anyway, so I want to say thank you to those of you who have subscribed recently, and welcome. And those of you who have not subscribed and you're watching this, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe. And I also want to take a moment to say I hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.